Hey y'all, welcome back to Pancakes and Pandemonium. So if you're new here, I'm Sarah. I'm a mom of 5, and it has been a couple of years since I've been on this YouTube journey, and I am still kind of finding my way and kind of like going with what you guys show me or tell me that you want to see. So I do just a lot of mom life stuff. Hauls are a big one. Everyone loves the hauls, which is good because I love the hauls. And then I've done cleaning videos, I've done organization videos. Yeah, y'all like those, okay. Mostly I just vlog and check in with you guys, and then I do, of course, like cooking and recipes and stuff too. Ryan just got home. So Sasha's happy to see Ryan. Ryan's my oldest. We have quite a few new people here. So all 3 of my boys are autistic, high functioning autistic. Ryan is the oldest and probably the lowest functioning of all of them. Still high functioning, but he has a few more cognitive struggles and learning disabilities than the other 2. So, and then I homeschool 3 of my kids. So as I was saying, we do a lot of the mom life things, but food and hauls, and usually the hauls are food hauls, not always, but usually those seem to be the most popular with you guys. And then I sit down every so often and I fill you guys in, and that is what we're here to do today. So I've had some medical stuff, and last we checked in was the colonoscopy, and I really haven't done much since then. We'll get to it probably after the holidays. I don't feel like it's as urgent. I feel like we know what it is, and I feel like they're going to put me through a whole bunch of crazy tests, which I'm just mentally and financially not here for right this very moment. So we'll pay for the colonoscopy and then we'll review that. But in the meantime, I'm just working on diet because that's essentially where I'm going to be at with gastroparesis. There are medications and stuff, but you have to be pretty far advanced in it. And while I'm having some issues, some of the research and information I've received from the doctors, I actually wouldn't be considered an advanced stage, which is actually great. So let's control it with like diet and other options. You guys know I'm big on both Western and holistic medicine. I feel like there's a place for both. And so I use them both in my life and my journey. And I feel like when in doubt, just stick with like the natural stuff. And then the Western medicine is for like acute care and like those types of needs. And you don't have to agree with me. That's my opinion and the way I tend to tackle most things. So, we're kind of working on the diet stuff for now. And then we'll probably check in January, February-ish and be like, okay, do we continue on with this? Do we just be like, this is what it is and continue doing what we're doing? We'll get some answers after Christmas. But I'm down to about 340 pounds, and I started 2023 at 266, and I had already lost a little bit, or I started 2023 at 366. That would not be great if I had started at 266. Wow. And like kind of mid 2022, I was 377. So the pounds have come down quite a bit, which is also helping. So that's all great news. So we're just going to keep at it. And then the kids are doing fantastic, you guys. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to sit down here and tell you guys. Last term, Gracie made A's and B's, which we know she's a smarty, but she really didn't do well on the program I had her in last year. And I think it was too self-paced. There wasn't enough accountability, and she just seems to be doing a ton better in the virtual classroom and getting to socialize. And she's making a ton of friends, and it's really, really great to see. And then Mason and Em, of course, are doing fantastic. I've told you guys tons. I love the program they're in. It is Harmony Education, and they are not exclusive to Utah. The program I have them in inside Harmony might be. I'm not sure how that works. If it's something you're interested in, I will link them down below, and you can inquire with them what programs and if there are programs available in your area, but we really love them. And then, so it's like the banner of a charter school, and then they have different varieties of homeschool you get to do under that. And the benefit for doing it under the banner of a charter school is that they get funding, right? That helps, and they extend that funding to you. So you use that funding for curriculum and things like that that you want to do. Ours is a little more straightforward because we have Mason and Emily in a program through them called Wasatch Connect. So they actually log on to a classroom every day, so all the curriculum's done in the classroom. So I like that because I don't have to like guess what's going to be good for them. They're just in a classroom. They have amazing teachers. It has all the benefits of being in a classroom. So Mason's 504 is honored, and we do meetings at least once a year, but if something comes up twice a year, you know, stuff like that. And then they do subgroups for, you know, extra reading skills, extra math skills, stuff like that, which is so fun. And they get to connect with their teachers, and it's really great. And then Ryan is in Bridges, which is a post high school education system. So like I was saying, he's lower functioning, high functioning, but lower functioning with more cognitive and learning delay issues. So young adults like him, when they finish high school, they're not actually ready to be finished with high school, but they can't necessarily stay in high school. And they need different skills, right? And so these transition programs give them job skills, and then extra math and speech and reading help, but for like more like real life. So instead of doing, you know, math problems, you know, where it's like, you know, Tom bought 50 watermelons and the purple train was going 50 miles an hour, you know, those types of things. It's more like learning how to count money, count change, and more applicable skills, which honestly we should be doing in high school anyway, but I digress. So they get them out and out in the world. They have a classroom that they eat in and they grocery shop for, which is really cool. And so they go to Costco once a week and grocery shop for their classroom and kind of learn how to budget and how to put those things together. They have a day of the week where they learn recipes, and it's just really good, helpful skills for somebody like him, which is really amazing. And he's just, this is his second year in the program. He's doing so great. And if I remember correctly, it's a 3-year program. It might be a 4-year program, but I'm pretty sure it's a 3-year program. So I think next year we will kind of talk more about transitioning beyond this program for him. And then Alex was in a transitional alternative high school. He had fallen behind over COVID, which kids did whether they had learning disabilities, whether they were on the spectrum or not. Like 2020 was a beast for so many of us. And we've kind of quit talking about that a lot. And especially you get on YouTube and, you know, kids are just, you know, graduating on time, and people aren't really talking about like what it took to get them there. And they're not talking about any hiccups or like reactions or long-term consequences of what happened during that time. And, you know, having a kid on the spectrum and then moving in the middle of 2020, he fell behind. And so he had 3.75 credits that still needed to be made up in order to graduate. So they gave us several options. We ended up opting for the alternative high school because they are just, I mean, frankly, had I understood more about them, I probably would have opted to put him in early last year or the year before. Smaller classrooms, because it's an alternative high school, they tend to work according to the individual's needs without needing a document to do it. So they obviously adhere to the IEP and do the IEPs, and it's great, and they've been really great with Alex's, but they kind of do that for all the kids anyway. Their focus is just different, and it's been really spectacular to see him thrive in that program. I received regular phone calls from his counselor and emails from teachers just raving about what an amazing, funny kid he was. They're like, he participates in class appropriately. He is hilarious. He tells hilarious jokes. He has us just cracking up. He raises his hand. He was not doing that in a traditional high school, you guys. He just wasn't. He has been barely scraping through really since he started about 8th grade, just clawing his way through the traditional classroom system, and us clawing our way through with him. It's just brutal. All of a sudden, we put him in this program. He's making A's and B's. The teachers are like, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing kid. You know, as a parent of kids with special needs and kids that struggle in school, when you see the school's phone number on the screen, you're like, everything in your body tenses. You're just like, okay, what now? And every single time it was fantastic news. I just wanted to call and tell you, oh my gosh, Alex is so great. It's everything you want as a parent. And you see your kids for who they are. And it really hurts when other people don't. And when people finally do, it's just magical. It really is. So he did great. He technically finished right when they broke for Thanksgiving. So the next step for him is he goes to MTech, and Landmark has helped facilitate that and facilitate the move, and it's really fantastic, and they are helping to make sure that we can get him there and everything that we need for him to get there and be successful there. And MTech is Mountain Land Technical College. So it's like a trade school, and he is starting there after Christmas, and he's doing their information technology class, which is about a 10-month course, which is super exciting. So you guys, I'm trying not to cry. I get on here with these updates and I start crying, and I don't do it on purpose. I'm not a cry on cue or cry for attention person. It just happens. It has actually happened a ton since 2020. My emotions have been just more exposed and more raw with everything we've been through. And so I cry really easy. And it's not, I don't think a bad thing, but I know it's triggering for some people. So I'm trying really hard not to cry, but I am so proud of him, you guys. I am just, these kids have worked so hard. And if you know anything about the classroom system and the mainstreaming system, these kids are at a disadvantage anyway. And it's put on them to learn how to function in society. It's put on them to fit into a classroom. It's put on them to figure this out. And it is a really hard journey for most of these kids. When you see stories in the news about kids who have disabilities being completely embraced by their peers, those are the exception, not the rule. And sadly, it's not just their peers that most kids struggle with. It is teachers, administration. They get singled out by teachers who don't feel like they should have to deal with them. Teachers who resent their IEPs and their needs. Kids and bullies who get to prey off of that. So who may not be great in another classroom, but really get to lay it on thick in this other one because this teacher turns a blind eye, or has kind of their energy has like allowed it. These kids go through insane situations just trying to get an education. And so many can't do it. They can't finish. And there's not enough programs, and there's not enough knowledge or education about the programs. You end up with a huge high school dropout rate. You end up with a huge rate of drug problems and other issues with some kids. Yeah, it's a tough road. And they're not all success stories. So I feel really, really lucky that we've been able to push through for our kids. And I hope that story stays the same for Mason. He's 11 right now. And I'll do everything I can to keep him in programs that aid his success, just like I've always fought and tried to learn to do with Ryan and Alex. But so far, right now, for the Powells, it's all good news, which is, my heart is just so full right now. So we're really proud. Alex will officially walk with his class in May at graduation, which is really exciting. And he gets to have a break for Christmas and New Year's. And we're still kind of, pulling in information. We did his application, and the school district is processing and taking care of a lot of that. And so we'll get his start date probably right before they break for Christmas. But yeah, really, really exciting stuff. And I wanted to share it with you guys. Your love, your support, your good vibes, your prayers, everything you send our way to support our family helps, and we feel it. So thank you. All right, I'm going to get running. We are kicking off an exciting couple of days, which of course will all be filmed. But I had to hop on. I had to give you guys an update. You'll notice when this goes up, I did not do a cooking video this week. So there will be one next week. And then we will break for Christmas. I don't film the week of Christmas. I do film some Christmas Eve. I do film some Christmas and kind of put up a little video for you guys, especially people that have been with us for a long time and really, really love to see our family. So we'll put up our Christmas video. I don't know if we'll do a New Year's video this year. We'll just see. It kind of depends on the year. We're lazy New Year's people. We don't really party. We are eating Christmas candy and staying in our pajamas and watching movies. Like nothing exciting is happening here on New Year's. But if something changes, we'll video it for you guys. But typically we pick back up between, we kind of take a little break between Christmas and New Year's, and then we'll pick back up probably the end of the week of New Year's, whatever that is. Whatever that Thursday is will be the first video after New Year's. So I think New Year's Day is a Monday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So probably the 4th, I think. So there'll be a video up. So yeah. All exciting things. And guys, 2024, it's looking good for us. It's all exciting things. We've worked really, really hard the last couple of years. We kind of hit this weird limbo period. And, we've just tried to put our heads down and work hard. And the hard work is paying off. So thanks for loving us. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't yet, like this video and subscribe. Come back. It's going to be a great couple of weeks, and then we're going to have a great Christmas. And then, guys, we're going to start 2024 off with a bang. Just you wait and see. We'll see you soon.